Welcome to day 306 of our DeSo journey. I'm Ed Krasenstein here with my twin brother Brian. And remember, these videos are being sponsored by NFT Tech. They are an investor in CloutFeed. So yesterday was a huge day, Brian. The fork has arrived.
Yeah, I mean it's this is probably one of the biggest news days for DeSo probably since NFTs launched. And there's a lot to kind of unpack. I think there's going to be a lot that people aren't really going to understand quite yet until they actually see use cases, especially for the DAOs.
Yeah, so DeSo DAOs, that's one of the huge components of this fork, among many other things that we'll get into. But DeSo DAOs launched it when the hard fork triggered. It wasn't on BitClout yet. It wasn't on Diamond yet. It still isn't on Diamond yet. But Love for SRC and Tines node quickly integrated DeSo DAO coins into their websites. So that was great to see. And now we have bitclout.com and node.deso.org that allow you to access the DAO coins. You just click on DAO on the left-hand side of your screen. Then you can see your DAO coins. You can mint DAO coins. You can do all kinds of other things such as burn them, transfer them. You can say who they can be transferred to, like you can restrict them. You can freeze the supply. It's freeze the supply and say essentially you're never going to mint them again. Kind of like it's a supply freeze, I guess you could call it. What else? So Tine was the first 2-minute DAO coins. He was the very first. I know several others pretty much did the same thing right after he did. I think he minted 100 DAO coins. I think Matreshka did. I think she was probably one of the first, maybe the second or third to mint her DAO coins. And it was kind of fun just watching people pass them around. According to Salil Sethi, there's been 146 accounts which have minted DAO coins so far, and the number of DAO coins minted thus far was over 13 sextillion. That's 13 followed by 21 numbers.
Yeah, it was 13 sextillion, 10 septillion, 211. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to go through the whole number.
Yeah, but so there's no DAO tools yet. So, we have these DAO coins, but what can you do with them? Really nothing right now. I mean, I guess you could say you could create your own website, you could create your own, rules or own PDF file explaining what you want to do with your DAO coins and then hand them out to people. Or you could say, if you want to send me DeSo, I'll transfer your DAO coins. But there's no like organizational structure yet for or any other DAO tools. But I suspect they're going to be coming sometime, either through smart services or through the core team.
Yeah, so DAOs are really interesting. I think it's going to take some time for us to really realize all the use cases. I know we got a ton of DAO coins already from people randomly minting them and sending them to people. I don't believe any of these DAOs have actually created any form of governance or any rules or anything like that. So it's just test. Right now, it's basically the testing phase. But I think probably we'll start seeing use cases probably from the core team. I'm guessing the core team will start rolling out a few of their own DAOs, which could get quite interesting. But then I think we're going to rely heavily on smart services so that those DAOs can kind of be interacted with, and there can be rules put on each DAO, and there can be all kinds of secondary markets. I know there's a secondary market that's about to launch, or it has kind of launched, but we'll get to that here in a bit. I'm excited. Just take it easy. Don't rush into things. Like, watch what other people are doing, learn from others' mistakes, and I think ultimately the DeSo DAOs are going to be definitely a very important asset of this community.
Yeah, for sure. So also yesterday we saw NFT royalty splits came, and I noticed there's several people who are already using this. I believe it's on Tines Node or Love for SRC. They're minting NFTs and doing this split. So that's cool to see. So you can now mint an NFT and say, I want to give 1% to M. Van Halen. I want to give 1% to Doodles. I want to give 1% to Time. And when that NFT sells, they're going to get 1% of the royalty. Or you could assign it to their creator coin so that the creator coin gets those royalties. I don't think there's
Yeah,
a limit.
I just want to add that I think we're going to see a lot of artists, a lot of DeSo users start utilizing this so that maybe an NFT that they mint, maybe they're going to give 1% to 50 different users, and it'll be kind of a group effort. And that kind of gets the group involved in both creating possibly, but also marketing those NFTs. I think can be very powerful. And especially when you start throwing charities in there, I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, and we're going to see a lot of collaborations, I assume, as well. So I'm excited as well for NFT royalty splits. But NFT Buy It Now, I think this has a chance to really, get the NFT market on DeSo going again. It's here. Natter actually used Buy It Now or NFT Buy Now to buy a Pixel Pirate NFT from Daniel Wilson for 55.8 DeSo. And he also bought one of our NFT badges that we minted last night for 0.25 DeSo. It's exciting. I think people are really waiting for this. Artists were really waiting for this. Collectors were waiting for it, and people selling on the secondary market as well.
Yeah, and like Ed said, Natter bought one of our NFT badges. We minted a badge to commemorate the DeSo DAO and the I'm sorry, the DeSo DAO, as well as the hard fork that launched yesterday. And it was really interesting because I used this as a test case just because I wanted to see like how it functioned, and like it was really exciting because before you get bids on NFTs, and then you had to go in and you had to accept the bids. This way I minted 25 of these badges at 0.5 DeSo a piece. And I put them up on auction, and I didn't have to do a thing. I put the buy now at 0.5 DeSo. And as people use the buy now, they got the NFT, I got the DeSo, and I didn't have to go in and accept bids or do anything like that. So now these badges are still up, and there's still some left. People can just go there and buy them, and it could happen now. It could happen in 6 months from now. I don't even have to worry about it, and I can keep checking my notification to see if any of my NFTs sell. So I love it. I think that this is going to get people really excited, especially the secondary market. I think you're going to see a bunch of people start putting buy nows on all of the NFTs they purchased, and this should be a huge boost to the secondary market as people kind of go shopping, and it makes people excited again. So like you could go in, you own 100 NFTs, maybe you're going to put buy nows on 50. Now you can check every day, check your notifications. Did I sell any? It makes things exciting.
Yeah, and it's going to put a floor price on some of these collections, because you're going to be to see what the lowest buy now price is. But I wanted to say NFTz now has a buy now option. You can now enter both a buy now price as well as a minimum bid when listing your NFT for sale or minting an NFT. You can also now edit. So if you already have an NFT for sale through an auction, you can now go in there and edit it and change it to buy now as well. To do that, you're just going to go into the NFT, go to the NFT page on NFTz, go to the actual NFT you want to edit, view that, and then you'll see an orange options button. If you click on that orange button that says options on it, and then select put on sale from the select action dropdown, you're going to be given the options for both the minimum bid and the buy now price. So you can now do that all on NFTz. You can go in there and start changing over all of your NFTs to buy it now if you want.
Yeah, it's really an easy interface. Of course, we have big changes coming in NFTz probably within the next week or two, but we wanted to get this out. We were going to wait for buy now in the new user interface, but we decided it's important to get it out now. And great, big props to Martijn Van Halen, M. Van Halen. He got up early this morning over in Spain and implemented these features.
Yeah, and I might create a video later explaining how to do it, but it's really pretty simple. Just go to the options button, and when you mint or sell, you'll see it right there. But also group messaging. Group messaging is part of this fork, and I'm really excited about that. And Natter gave a pretty cool use case. He made a post. He said, imagine on-chain group chat that requires you to own an NFT from the creator. Don't you think that would be such a good idea? Like, there's going to be so many use cases for these group messagings as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like a private Telegram or something like that, or a private Discord where you have to pay though to get access. And I think as we start seeing some more celebrities joining, people that have a lot of value, I think you're going to see use cases pop up and I think this is one of them. You're going to be able to pay maybe to get access to a certain group.
And not just NFTs, you could do it with DAO coins as well. So you could say anybody who owns a DAO coin can get access to this group chat, or anybody who owns a DAO coin will be able to post in the group chat and others can view the group chat. There's so many different ways you can go with this. I think group chat combined with DAOs, combined with smart services, there's so many different apps that can pop up. So Purple Creator, I want to talk about that. Hopefully we will have its co-founder or its founder, Andre Naza Costa, on our show early next week. But Purple Creator appears to be the first DeSo DAO coin exchange. And it was built for this. This is what Andre tells me. It was built for this. They call themselves the Coinbase of social tokens. And it's not just going to be DAO coins that can be exchanged on this Purple Creator. They're actually set up to work with DAO coins from the beginning, Andre said, but it's an exchange of social tokens in general. So this can include creator tokens, can include DAOs, and it can include even communities. And this isn't, and they're an Octane fund invested company.
Yeah, and I love this idea. And I think that since unlike creator coins, these DAO coins are not along a bonding curve, a simple order book where you have the list of buys, a list of sell offers, and you meet up in the middle, just like the stock exchange. I think something like that will work wonders, and it's going to make the market interesting. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how these things are going to start trading and all the use cases that are going to come about. But Purple Creator, I love that they're working on this. I love that they have something ready to go. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, there's an early sign up right now. If you go to their website, just go to Purple Creator on DeSo and you'll see all the details. So I'm excited for that as well. Also, so when we were updating NFTz, M. Van Halen, the lead coder on NFTz, found that there's an error in Postgres. So right now there's some syncing issues with our main page. The stats aren't updating because there's a Postgres error. And this error corrupts syncing from block 98475, and it's related to DAO transfer restriction status, number 198, according to M. Van Halen. So there's a GitHub, he created this under the the DeSo protocol core GitHub under issues. So Maybeam or Lazy Nina or Natter, if you're listening to this video, please check that out because we need that working.
Yeah, I mean, we expect some hiccups along the way. This was rolled out fairly smoothly. Of course, there's that timing issue. There's a few errors, but overall, it seems to be functioning pretty well.
Yeah. So Brian, what did the DeSo Foundation announce?
Yeah, so as you know, Alex Villegas has been in Miami at Miami Hack Week. Only a few hours from here. I wish I knew in advance we could have gone over there and met up. But they announced yesterday that they have a $15,000 cash prize at Miami Hack Week, $10,000 to the top winner, and $5,000 to each of the next 5 runners up. They're accepting applications remotely as well from developers. And this is just to kind of spur on the developer ecosystem around DeSo. And I think it's gonna work wonders. I already am hearing that a lot of new developers are jumping in and getting excited. So yeah, if you're a developer and you want to kind of take part, there's a lot of money given away. More details, I believe, can be found at Miami Hack Week. Check it out. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of these prizes coming in the months and years ahead.
Yeah, you never know if one of those winners will end up being the next killer app on DeSo.
Exactly.
So Megan Vita, we talked about her last week. She's left DeSo. She was running the Octane Fund Accelerator. So with her absence, Alex Villegas is now taking over the Octane Fund Accelerator, but they are looking to bring someone else in to run that. So for now, Alex is taking care of that, but they are hiring for that position. So if you know of anyone, there is a jobs board and you can tell them they can apply.
Right. Yeah. And obviously, it's sad to see Megan go. I really liked her. She was very excited about DeSo, but things happen, and we'll get along, I'm sure, just fine and hire somebody else.
So what's Fast Freddy been up to?
Yeah, so Tiger Boy actually made a post to Alex Velatis yesterday, and he pointed out that Fast Freddy hadn't posted for over a month, 31 days actually. And question like, is Freddy still here? Is Freddy also leaving? And Alex actually replied and said, Fast Freddy's is, quote, Fast Freddy is crushing it, end quote. And he also said, quote, he's been heads down on some important marketing initiatives, end quote. So I think people already realize not everybody's here to post. Not everybody within the core team is going to be posting nonstop. You don't see maybe posting too much anymore. It's more about development, and I think that's not a bad thing. I think it's good that the developers kind of stay in the background and work their butts off. And then when something important comes up, then they can post. Fast Freddy, of course, is more of a marketer, but I'm sure he's working hard. Maybe he just doesn't have much to say about what he's doing quite yet, but I'm sure that's going to change. And I'm sure we'll get information quite rapidly. I know that later today, we're going to talk about it. There's a chime in with Alex Velatis where we're going to be able to ask some questions at the end. So the communications has increased significantly. Just because Fast Freddy isn't posting isn't the end of the world.
Yeah, so those community events, 11 a.m. Eastern time today, Ladies on the Mic with Michelle Lord and Miss Katie Ann. This is a weekly room that those two ladies hold. And for the first hour of the event, I believe it's the first hour, they only have women up on the stage, and the women discuss various topics. And then toward the end, I think the last hour or half hour, they invite the men up and they can join in the conversation. So it's really unique setup. Again, that's 11 a.m. Eastern time on Clubhouse. 1 p.m. Eastern time is a big main event on Chime In with Alex Velatis. And he's going to talk a little bit about Miami Hack Week, what took place there, what's going on, what the event's going to encompass. He's going to talk about the fork, of course, and he's also going to talk about a high-level marketing plan overview. So maybe Fast Freddy's involved in that. I think the community is excited to hear what this marketing plan is going to be, because we're all dying for an increase in daily active users. And like Brian,
and I think now is finally perhaps the time to start considering marketing. I know that back months ago, we had the referral program roll out and people were really excited, but I don't think it was quite ready. I think that now that you have DAO coins, you have smart services coming on board, NFT Buy Now, super important messages. I think that now is a good time to at least consider beginning a marketing campaign. I'd like to see a little bit more by way of smart services and some actual use cases for DAOs beforehand, but I think we're getting very close to where it will be. It's not out of the question to spend a couple $1 million on marketing, especially considering that the DeSo Foundation is sitting on over $150 million.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, at the end of that, Alex is going to take some questions and answer them. 2 p.m. there's another event on Clubhouse, 2 p.m. Eastern time. It's DeSo DAOs with Matreshka. It's in her Clubhouse club. Also on hand is going to be Natalie Art, Natalia Bell, Sabira, Mash Ellen, Alina Ferry, Clout Women Unite, Fantastic Woman, and Izzy, among several others. So definitely check those rooms out. Again, the big rooms at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Chime In.
Yeah, and we'll see you in some of those rooms.
Yeah, so it's going to be an exciting day today, and we'll talk to everybody tomorrow.